pinnacle of athletic competition. This is mixed martial arts. This is Bulldog Fight.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the HP Pavilion in San Jose, California, as Bulldog Fight presents action from the Strikeforce promotion. And tonight, a battle of California natives as Eric Lawson faces off against Josh Neal. And as we look at the tail of the tape, we see Lawson coming in with a 3-1 record to Josh Neal's 2-1. Just 1 inch height difference, with Neal being the taller fighter, the weights dead even at the middleweight limit of 185, and Lawson being older by 3 years. So now let's take it up to the Strikeforce cage. So as the combatants are called to ring center, we see Josh Neal on the left-hand side of the screen, Eric Lawson on the right. Neal wearing the brown trunks with a tattooed torso. Lawson with the blonde hair and the lighter trunks. Moments away from kicking this one off. And we are away for round number 1. Neal lashes out with a low kick. And Lawson responds by driving in with a beautifully timed takedown, puts Neal on his back and drives him into the cage.
Now Lawson doing the thing that you're supposed to do in a cage, pin your opponent up against it. Oh, look out, armbar attempt.
Lawson now caught in a triangle choke as he tries to evade the armbar. And that is on tight, Jeff. Desperate straights for Lawson as he slams Neal shoulder first down into the canvas.
Yeah, Neal needs to hook that leg if Lawson picks him up off the ground. You see a little space in between the legs there of that triangle choke. He's gonna get out of this if he postures up.
Lawson jackhammering punches down into Neal's face, but it does nothing to loosen that choke off. And often, Jeff, a slam is not the best way to try to get out of a triangle choke. Often it drives you deeper into it, as was the case right here.
Yeah, exactly. You hear Lawson's corner saying, "Don't you tap, don't you tap." Oh, that is in there tight. You see him picking his own foot, pulling it in tight, pushing the arm across the throat. This should do it.
You're right, Jeff. Neal is doing everything you're supposed to do to tighten a triangle choke, pulling the head down, pulling the arm across, pulling your own foot down. But still, Lawson refusing to tap.
Yeah, you got a good 4 or 5 seconds once a triangle choke is popped on there to fight your way out of it. Some guys are just weird in the fact that they can sit in it for a while. He does have his shoulder somewhat blocking the momentum of the leg off of there, but still, I mean, it's in tight, but he's not tapping.
Lawson's managed to keep that arm from getting pushed completely across, which may explain why he's able to get enough blood and oxygen to his brain to keep from going unconscious or being forced to tap out, but still desperate straights for him here. Still in danger of being tapped out at any second.
Josh Neal pulling the head down again, doing the right thing. Oh, looks like he's thinking about tapping.
That arm is completely across now. Now there's no explaining it whatsoever. I don't know how it is that he's still managing to stay in this fight.
Lawson started to tap, but did not. You know, maybe at this point, Josh Neal needs to start punching away at the face. There we go.
He must have heard you savage hammer fists raining down the side of Lawson's head as we come to the closing moments of this first round. And I'll tell you, that horn is going to be sweet music indeed to the ears of Eric Lawson. Man, what tenacity shown by Lawson, and there really is no explaining how it was that he did not find it necessary to tap out or pass out to what was an extremely tight triangle choke.
Now look at this, he's thinking about tapping right there. His hand was in the air, ready to tap. Something told him not to. You see him trying to switch to armbar here. Josh Neal in full control of almost this entire round. Eric Lawson trying to fight his way out of that triangle for minutes. That's a 10-9 round for Josh Neal.
All I can say is wow. As you alluded to earlier, Jeff, some fighters are just able to sit in a triangle choke. The only one I know of is Shoney Carter, who can do that, and he can explain to you why. I don't think Lawson wants to test that particular ability again, though, as we move on ahead into round number 2. And the bell sounds to begin the second round of what has been a very spirited battle so far. Lawson poking out a jab and Neal kicking away at the legs, and Lawson lands a solid right hand and pounces like an attack dog. Neal scrambling on the ground trying to evade, but Lawson taking the full mount position, clamping on the rear naked choke, and it's all over in the opening seconds of round number 2. Your winner by submission, Eric Lawson. Man, to have weathered a storm like he weathered throughout the first round and come out with all guns blazing in the second the way he did, Eric Lawson has definitely marked himself as a fighter to watch here in the Strikeforce promotion.
Yeah, he took a nice victory stroll around the ring. Here's a look at the second round again. He catches Neal with a big right hand, sends Neal to the ground. And from here, one hook in, gets to the side. Neal can go nowhere but out. He chooses to tap. Big victory, as you said, for Eric Lawson.
So Eric Lawson emerges victorious using equal parts ability and bullheaded tenacity, and ups his record to 4-1 here at Strikeforce in San Jose. For Bodog Fight Commissioner Jeff Osborne, I'm Paul the Mullet Lazenby, reminding you to join us right here next time on BodogLife.net as we travel to Moscow, Russia to bring you Eric Pele facing off against Ahmed Sultanov. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and good night.